The 10 worst single-season collapses in NFL history. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Touchdown Nation. Over the years, in NFL history, there have been some teams that began the season with tremendous confidence and looked like a surefire bet to make the postseason, only to experience an epic collapse down the stretch run. Here are 10 worst single-season collapses in the NFL history. Number 1, 1998 Pittsburgh Steelers. A critical home win over the Jaguars in Week 12 kept the 1998 Steelers alive in the race for the AFC Central and certainly in contention for a wild card. Day in Detroit, Jerome Bettis' hometown. Detroit won the toss, took the ball, and ended the game with a Jason Hanson field goal. After the loss to Detroit, Pittsburgh was pathetic immediately afterwards, scoring just one offensive touchdown the rest of the season. Number 2. AFC Wildcard Round, January 4th, 2014, Colts 45, Chiefs 44. Ridiculed for their low wattage offense, Alex Smith and the Chiefs marched into Lucas Oil Stadium planning to attack the Colts from the very first snap. It worked as Smith ripped through Indy's defense for 378 yards, the second highest output of his 12-year career. With 4 touchdowns to match, Smith put Kansas City up 38-10 just minutes into the third quarter. Number 3, 1978 Washington Redskins. Neither the defensive personnel nor the bulk of the incomparable Hogs offensive line that helped Washington win a Super Bowl 4 years later were in place in 1978. And Jack Party, not the great Joe Gibbs, was the head coach. No one should have been surprised to see them bolt out of the gate with a 6-0 record, and look who they beat during that stretch. The defending champion Cowboys. Eventual AFC East champion New England and a pretty decent Jets team. Then they completely tanked, losing 8 of their final 10 games. Number 4, November 27, 1994, Dolphins 28, Jets 24. Helping the Dolphins rebound from a 24-6 deficit, Marino threw for 227 yards and 3 scores over his final 4 possessions. What everyone remembers, though, is Miami's final play. Trailing 24-21 with less than 30 seconds left, Marino furiously called for a spike at New York's 8-yard line to set up a game-tying field goal. With the Jets asleep at the wheel, Marino pretended like he was going to spike the ball before unfurling an 8-yard touchdown strike to Mark Ingram for the win. Number 5, NFC Wildcard Round, January 5th, 2003, 49ers 39, Giants 38. Predicted to finish in the basement of the NFC East, the Kerry Collins-led Giants soared into the playoffs white hot and dominated the 49ers out of the gate. Building a 38-14 lead with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, Big Blue went corpse cold from there as Jeff Garcia's Niners ripped off 25 unanswered points to take a 39-38 lead. With a minute remaining, Collins drove his stunned Giants into position for a potential game-winning 40-yard field goal. Number 6, 1993 Miami Dolphins, started 9-2, ended 9-7. In 1993, it seemed as if nothing was going to stop Don Shula's Miami Dolphins, not even a season-ending injury to quarterback Dan Marino in Week 5. Filling in after Marino ruptured his Achilles, backup quarterback Scott Mitchell and his hot hand aided the Dolphins to a 9-2 record by Thanksgiving, and the spot in the playoffs looked all but assured. But then, the wheels completely fell off for the Dolphins as they lost their final 5 games. Number 7. NFC Championship game, January 18, 2015, Seahawks 28, Packers 22, overtime. The Packers have endured their share of ugly playoff collapses, but none like this. Holding a 19-7 lead in the fourth quarter of the NFC title game, Green Bay, ready to print Super Bowl tickets, broke into 1,000 pieces. After sleepwalking through the bulk of the game, the Seahawks sprung to life in the final minutes as Russell Wilson ran for a score with 2:09 remaining to make it 19-14. Number 8. Super Bowl 51, February 5th, 2017, Patriots 34, Falcons 28. Unless you spent the past month in a subterranean covert government bunker, you know the story. The Falcons operated as New England's kryptonite for 3+ quarters, mounting a 28-3 lead over the lifeless Patriots until Tom Brady revealed his true identity, Superman. Number 9, 1986 Los Angeles Raiders started 8-4, finished 8-8. The 86 Raiders didn't have such a hot start to their year, going 0-3 in their first 3 games against the Denver Broncos, Washington Redskins, and New York Giants, 3 teams that would eventually play in that year's AFC and NFC championship games. But from week 4 on, Tom Flores' Raiders went on a hot streak as quarterback Jim Plunkett led them to 8 wins in their next 9 games. Many of those wins, however, came in games decided by a touchdown or less, and the Raiders' luck ran out come to the end of November, as they lost 4 straight to fall to 8-8 and miss the playoffs. Number 10, 1987 San Diego Chargers, started 8-1, ended 8-7. In the 1987 season plagued by a strike that forced the NFL to shorten the season by 1 game, the Superchargers picked up right where their replacement players left off by taking a 4-1 record to start the year and turned it into an 8-1 by week 9. But then came shock after shock after shock. From mid-November on, the Chargers would never win again, losing their final 6 games and missing the playoffs entirely. It was a bad way for one of the greatest eras of Chargers football to end, as the following offseason would see the retirement of 2 Hall of Fame players in quarterback Dave Fouts and tight end Kellen Winslow. This brings us to the end of our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.